What's up, everybody? This time to wrestle with Suplexus. I'm Suplexus, and I am joined by
Piledriver.
And today we are predicting the biggest party of the summer. Apparently, unless you think All In is, it's SummerSlam 2025. For the first time ever, they are doing 2 nights for SummerSlam. So we're gonna go through night 1, then night 2. Share thoughts and predictions as usual. So, shall we get started?
Let's get started. And just a quick question for you. Would you rather have one long night or 2 short nights? Semi-short. They're not that short.
So, this year, with the way they're going for SummerSlam, I think that it should be 1 night. I find there are quite a few matches we'll be discussing that wouldn't warrant a pay-per-view if it wasn't for the 2-night structure. They would normally make it to one of the pay-per-views.
And for watching, I'd rather have 1 night and then just have some of the matches that are really good on Raw and SmackDown, kind of either end of the show. I think that's a better way of doing it. 2 nights. It's a lot of wrestling.
I look back to last year. Remember Sami Zayn was fighting Gunther for the world title? They didn't even make it to Bad Blood. There are no world title matches on that show, and they missed it, and they got bumped to the night after. That's how stacked it was.
And I just feel like they're putting out so many shows because they are selling and making good money on their tickets and whatnot. But I don't know, even with the Saturday night main events, they don't feel like they're shows I have to watch. I don't feel like I have to watch them.
Yeah.
It's like they're removing the importance by giving me too much.
Yeah, I can't remember right here the last WWE show that I thought was like a classic. I don't think they've had that classic pay-per-view that I want to go back and watch like they did last year or 23.
And a lot of them are very short. So when your pay-per-view is just as long as your Monday Night Raw episode. It's just, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. But okay, let's go through card. Let's go through night 1.
So I am going according to usatoday.com. That's my match order. I hope they got it right. Kicking off is Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross.
You think that's going to kick off? Do you agree with him?
No, I'll do what I think is gonna.
Okay.
If you know what this guy likes, you'll know. Roman Reigns either kicks off.
You go first, you go last. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun and Braun Security, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. Who do you got winning?
Roman and Jey. What better way to start a 2-night SummerSlam than with the Tribal Chief and the Yeet Man? And what better way to start SummerSlam than having them win and everyone yeeting and then chanting one more time and then yeeting and then chanting one more time. So I don't know if the prediction really should be who's going to be the winner. I think the prediction should be how many times is yeet going to happen. Normally one more time and it happens twice. I think it's going to happen thrice on SummerSlam.
I'm going to say once they run it back.
Once on the entry, thrice after they win. That's my prediction.
For me...
I know you don't agree.
Yep. I think that the heels are going to win, actually. I'm picking Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Because if there's a couple of things at play here. First, Roman's barely there, so I don't think he needs to win. And second, I just thought about this. The whole thing with Roman going after them, he wants revenge on Seth Rollins. That is the guy. He's fighting Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed tonight, but it's all about Heyman, it's all about Rollins, it's all about that feud. If he beats them tonight and they just stand tall, it kind of puts it in an awkward spot where he has no reason to fight them anymore until Seth is back.
He's only fighting them to save Jay. because they were beating the crap out of Jay, so he's saving Jay, and he's the tribal chief, and it's all about family, so he's gonna save his family.
I think the play here, I think they have Roman lose. He gets pinned by Braun Breaker, whether it's cheap, whether it's not fluky. I don't think we get Seth Rollins in this match, but I'm picking the heels to win to sow some seeds of doubt, maybe into the Punk match later in the night, and to enhance Braun Breaker, because this guy speared Jay and Roman through the barricade. They took off his shoes or clapping them in the ring. You don't do that and then show up on Saturday and lose clean.
If they win, then what I think is going to happen is they're going to debut a new person in their group. I think someone new is going to join their group, and that's what's going to help them kind of go over. And I think they're going to, if they win, I think they will do that to put the Seth Rollins possible cash-in out of our mind, because their group already had a big moment because there's this person who's joining them. And I think it might be Tony D'Angelo from NXT being called up, something
That's
like that.
a hot take. But, I mean, the person is a hot take. I've never thought about him, I'll be honest.
I didn't watch it, but I heard that he kind of had like a bit of a farewell thing on NXT, that he's probably leaving NXT. So, and he wouldn't join them as like the gangster guy. He would just kind of join them. But yeah.
I think if they do another member, I think it's like late this year in like a big match. If Seth is back by then, maybe he's defending the title against some big babyface, and then that's when you do it.
Do you remember when Triple H had to take over because of all the Vince stuff, needed that first SummerSlam? And we loved that SummerSlam because he just made us happy. And where he didn't make us happy, we didn't mind, because they were like people coming back and stuff like that, and call-ups and whatnot. I think he's going to do that.
That's an underrated SummerSlam 2022. That's the Brock Lesnar flipping the ring with the tractor one. If you all,
I think it was like just a show that was like fan service. You know, maybe not the best wrestling, and that might be why it's not well known, but like really good fan service and story and all that kind of like starting and endings. I don't know. I just have a feeling that it's going to be like that kind of SummerSlam.
Yeah, that show to me, like, I remember some stuff was rough, like Lashley versus Theory wasn't good, Rousey and Liv Morgan wasn't good, but the highs were really good. In recent memory, I prefer last year's SummerSlam. I liked Finn turning on Damien. I liked the whole Rhea Liv Dom thing. Roman returning, Punk and Drew. That's the strongest one in a while for me.
Okay, should we do the next match?
Yep. Now we can talk about Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, because it's not opening probably.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea? Or are you just gonna like pick on the spot?
I don't I know what the more interesting option is. There's like two interesting options. You either have Karrion win and like prove that he's right, or this would be my favorite one, but they go at it. Sami can't beat this guy, and he has to do something cheap. He proves Karrion Kross right while winning the match. He has to expose the turnbuckle, do some cheap maneuver, foot on the rope. So Karrion loses the match, but he wins the mental game.
You know how they're doing like the thing with Sheamus and Rusev?
Yeah.
They're trying to recreate the Cesaro Sheamus thing, in my opinion, where they have a bunch of these matches and then they become tag team partners or whatever. Maybe that's what they do here. Maybe the Sami and the Karrion feudy kind of happens, and then Sami had to admit that he was wrong, right? And that Karrion was right because Karrion wins. and through that admitting that somehow him and Karrion become a tag team. I don't know, something interesting.
Or a reverse thing, Sammy changes Karrion. Maybe you flip it.
Well, once they form a tag team, that doesn't necessarily mean Sammy goes heel. It could mean that Karrion goes face-ish, right? Like,
People
I don't know.
like him.
So I'm gonna go for a Karrion win, and I hope that it strengthens their storyline so that they can continue working together.
I am picking Sammy to cheat to beat Karrion.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to point this out too. I think Sami Zayn, I don't think they're treating him as good as he should be. Like,
they never do.
But this guy, when they're going to Saudi Arabia for like King and Queen or Night Champions, that was the show. I was picking him to win and go on to fight Gunther. So I'm not sure what they're doing with Sami. I still think long game is Sami winning the Rumble in Saudi Arabia to get that pop and to get Seth Rollins. But for now, they gotta pick it up with him.
Maybe the Karrion friendship is what gets him. Maybe Karrion ends up getting him a title shot or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. Okay, what's the next match? According to USA Today.
The next match is Drew McIntyre,
who is back in the US now.
Yep, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And not our favorite wrestler, Logan Paul.
Why'd you do this, Drew? Why'd you go with Logan? Okay, and read the people they're fighting.
Versus the legend killer Randy Orton and the country singer Jelly Roll.
The faces win, of course, because it's a celebrity match. And Drew gets so mad at Logan Paul because he's the reason that it got messed up. And then he beats the crap out of Logan Paul at the end. That's what I want.
That's what I want too.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the faces are going to win. Supposedly, Jelly Roll has been training a lot. I hope so.
You would probably have to train a lot just to do run the ropes, right? If you've never wrestled. So like you probably have to train a lot to do minimal amount of stuff in the ring.
No, normally in these celebrity matches, like I'm not expecting Bad Bunny, don't get me wrong. But they do one thing that shocks us, like Stephen Amell did the crossbody to the side, popped everybody. They're going to do one thing. He's going to learn one really cool move probably that's going to be like, oh, I didn't expect that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be nice stuff. Randy's going to hit an RKO. He's probably going to try do his best attempt at an RKO, then get the pinfall. That's really it.
Basically, Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre are going to be jumping and doing all kinds of flips and stuff like that, where it looks like Jelly Roll threw them, but they actually jumped. Yeah. We get it.
I just hope. I'm not expecting a 5-star classic from this. I don't think anyone should. I just want to be entertained. If you entertain me, if I'm not bored, then I'm happy.
For this match, I think what could happen is because Jelly Roll, when he was like last week or whatever, he was singing Randy's entrance song before like they hit the music for him to come in. So I think it would be cool if Jelly Roll did a performance, but he sang Randy's song. So he sings Randy and himself to the ring. I think that would be kind of a neat way of having like someone performing the entrance song, but actually it's like the performer is now the wrestler as well.
They should do that. I agree.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Just don't have them walk down and sing, because I think one time Jericho sang Judas maybe, and he walked down the ramp and it sounded weird because he got a little out of breath.
It's a long ramp.
Yep. Yep. We got Jelly Roll and Randy winning. Next is the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship between the Judgment Day version 3 or 4 Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defending against Charlotte and Alexa Bliss.
Okay, so the Judgment Day have all the belts.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool. And like they should be walking out, before I think they had all the belts once before. But when they do have all the belts, almost all the belts, or a lot of the belts, whatever it is, they open up Monday Night Raw and they're like, this is our show. And they remember how like for week after week after week, it was always opening up with the Judgment Day cutting a promo. Now they have all the belts, but they're like in the back in their little clubhouse doing like their little thingies. So I don't know what the belts are really doing on them. I think that more can be done with the belts if they were on Charlotte and Alexa. Yeah, Alexa. So I think Charlotte and Alexa are gonna win.
I am gonna say.
And I think it's gonna be Raquel's fault that Liv can't blame the other new person. Roxanne. Thank you.
I think we get new champs. And I think Finn Balor accidentally makes them lose. There's going to be some shenanigans, or they try their Judgment Day things. Like sliding in chairs, distracting the ref. Finn's going to do something. Maybe he tosses the title in a little too far, and then it ends up costing them.
He doesn't have a match either, does he? There, Finn?
Nope. But, yeah, I think you got new champs. WWE, they love doing these, we're not allies, but we'll become allies, like at RK Bro, Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. 4 years ago at SummerSlam, they did this exact same thing.
And money. Because there's one tag belt for both brands. Why wouldn't you want Charlotte and Alexa on both brands, right? You sell more t-shirts, you sell more merch, money.
Yeah. I could, this is one match though. I can like a little bit see the heels retaining.
Yeah, it could be retaining.
To carry this into Paris to get even more heat when Charlotte and Alexa win. But pull the trigger. Because if they retain, it's going to be like, why is this on the show?
And, like, clearly they had some plans with the belts being in Judgment Day with Liv, and then Liv got injured, and then they had to give the belt to Roxanne. So I feel like at that point they knew that they were just going to carry it until they lose it, and a good time to lose it. Again, SummerSlam's going to be full of really great moments, I feel like they're going to do.
Yeah. Another thing going against this will be my last point on this one. I could see them wanting something where Liv comes back and under Finn's leadership, Judgment Day has all the gold. So they still have all the titles when she comes back.
I think she is quite injured. I don't think she's back for, I think it's at least a year out.
Oh.
So next year, maybe SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And they could get the belts back by then. All right, okay. What's the next one?
That's that plan then. The next one is for the WWE Women's Championship. That is the SmackDown one. We got Tiffany Stratton defending against Jade Cargill.
I know you have a theory, so why don't you go first?
Okay, I pitched this to Piledriver. So, one thing with the 2-night events I like is when night 1 directly impacts night 2. Like, you could look at The Rock and Roman's tag match in 40. It became Bloodline Rules because the night 1 tag one goes into night 2. You get that main event. You know the rest. So, I'm thinking here, and I'll come back to this after in the other title match. I'm predicting Bianca Belair to turn heel and cost Jade Cargill the title. And Tiffany retains. And, the reason will become apparent later. I'll just say.
I think Tiffany has to retain. I don't think Jade's ready to win the belt.
Yeah.
Bianca turning heel, though, is what you think?
I can't see Tiffany beating her clean. I don't see them... I can't picture that.
Is there any? I don't know her history in NXT that well. If there was like a sidekick that she had that would come up and now be her sidekick.
Tiffany?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think. Okay, it's a weird thing. I don't think she's turning heel, but I think she's gonna win because Bianca does something to Jade. Maybe she doesn't see.
Mm.
But this would have been a lot more different to predict if Naomi still had the Money in the Bank contract. But
Tiffany, like, she beat Nia Jax clean. Like, she could beat Jade clean too.
that's
right?
true.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm just going Tiffany clean win.
There's a real possibility they put on Jade because everything they've invested in her, but I don't think she's ready for the spot yet.
I don't see how putting the belt on her is gonna make them more money.
Yeah.
Right. So, all right. Is that night? And then the main event night one is next.
Yep. It is our boy Philly Phil. My boy, Philly Phil. He's old, he's tired, he works with children. Versus the Ring General, the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. To close night one.
Okay. Can I go first?
Yes. You got a big smile. I think I know who you're picking.
Okay. So, CM Punk is about to win. He's got Gunther. He's got him ready to do the count. And they've already established that pulling the ref out is not a DQ because they pulled the ref
Was
out.
it not? Was that an AEW?
It was in WWE.
Was it an AEW? They did that.
Pretty sure it was in WWE. So, anyways, he's going to almost have him. And Seth is going to make it so the ref can't do the count. I don't know. Sometimes they do the thing where like the ref is counting and then they grab his arm, right? If you don't hit the ref, then it's not, right? Or the ref like Seth comes and puts Drew's foot on the rope or something, right? Whatever. Seth's going to show up. He's going to cash in and he's going to make it a triple threat. And then he's going to do a move on CM Punk. And then he's going to do a move on Gunther and throw him out of the ring. And then as CM Punk's getting up, he's going to curb stop him and he's going to pin him 1, 2, 3, and he is going to win the belt and steal it from CM Punk by cashing in Money in the Bank at night one. And you're talking about one night into 2 nights, and I like it when night one kind of rolls into night 2. Let's just leave people with a cliffhanger. I was just watching a show on Netflix, you know, the dramas. And then he's like this cliffhanger and something happens and you're like, what? And then you want to watch the next episode and you just let it play the next episode, even though you don't really have time to watch another episode. You should really be doing something else with your time. And it just rolls into the next night. And so they end night one with this, not really a cliffhanger, but just like this big moment. And then it's like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen tomorrow. So that's what I think is going to happen. And if anyone, I don't think this is going to happen, but if anyone wrecks the cash in, it'll be The Rock, because he hates Seth.
I was about to say that, except Roman hates Seth, and Roman would wreck it for that. Because
so Seth Rollins would have the best cash in ever when he did it at Mania, plus cash in that doesn't work where he cashes in and loses. Once it's a cash in, it's a triple threat. His goons and maybe added goon that he has now, new goon that's debuted in the first match of the night, which ties nicely into the last match, comes out there and they beat the shit out of everyone, and it can't be any DQ because it's a triple threat now. I think it's perfect.
But it would be I have the same prediction, by the way, the exact same one.
Oh, okay.
But I would find it interesting if Roman did cost him, is then you have this whole thing. How many times have these two costed each other? Like, Roman at WrestleMania 40, he could have hit Cody with the chair. He saw Rollins, then he hit him, ended up costing him. Seth cost him at WrestleMania. Roman cost him tonight. Like, if they keep doing this stuff, they gotta have one of the most big time matches in WWE for recent memory when they eventually fight. Because this has been building between them for 11 years.
But if, let's say he doesn't cost him, now Seth has a belt and eventually Roman Seth happens, but it's for the belt.
And if that does happen, I have Seth go over as a Roman fan. Yeah.
Well, that's night one. So we'll see how it goes. Sounds pretty good. Let's predict night two. And then at the end, decide which night we think would be better.
And night one match of the night, if I'm going to predict, I think Gunther and Punk are probably going to tell the best story out of anyone. Looking at the card.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, so night two. That started off. It is tables, ladders, and chairs for a championship. For the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I think they were called the WWE Tag Team Championships officially. I'm happy I got this website so I don't have to memorize all 6 teams. We got the Wyatt 6. We got DIY.
Who are the champs right now, right?
Yeah. And that is Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy. I don't think they're doing the Freebird rule.
No, they haven't.
And then, yeah. So we got DIY, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. We got Motor City Machine Gun with all their hand signals.
What is... I don't know what this one means.
Yeah, Kip Sabian and Alex Shelley. That's okay. That's 3.
Don't you have them written down?
Wait, I'm trying to remember. Motor City Machine Guns. Wait, no. That was 3 Profits. Angelo Dawkins. Montez Ford. Fraxium. Right? Nathan Frazier and Axiom. And who's the 6th?
One of the Pretty Deadly guys is injured, so not Pretty Deadly.
Oh, Andrade and Rey Fenix. I'm just gonna throw this out there. This is gonna be really fun, in my opinion. Like, the Mania 40 tag match was really fun. The TLC match, the SmackDown after Mania, was very good. They proved they belonged on Mania. I don't know why it didn't.
Yeah.
But
I can't wait to see what Fraxium does.
yeah, like, all these people, like, maybe...
Is Ray on the card and not... And his brother's not on the card, eh? I just realized that.
Yeah, that's interesting. He's probably meant to make it.
Yeah, like Penta is not on the card at all.
And they've shown him more, which is funny. Yeah, Andrade is gonna do crazy stuff. Rey Fenix is gonna. Gargano pulls a lot of stops in these no DQ matches. Same with the Profits. Motor City. Everyone except Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, basically, I think are gonna like be flying off. So,
I think Penta and Andrade win.
Rey Fenix and
Andrade and Rey Fenix. Sorry, my mind is still on Penta. Because of the acquisition of AAA or part of AAA or however they're doing it, so then they have this team that can go to AAA and fight, and they're Mexican. They're both. I don't know. I think they're both born in Mexico, but so that's why I think they're gonna win. Guess number 2, not guess, but prediction number 2. The next possible team to win, I would say, is Street Profits. So it all depends if they're going for something so that they can cross over into their AAA a little bit easier, like doing media, that sort of stuff, or if they're just gonna give it to Street Profits again.
I could also see them, for me, doing the safe option of just a retention. I think it'd be boring. But This one's tough. I didn't think it over too much, to be completely frank. Um, I'm pick the Street Profits. They've put in the work. They gave them the titles against DIY. I think they've been the best champion so far. It is tough to say. You know what? No, I changed my mind. Something else makes sense, some more sense. I'm picking Fraxium. They're gonna go with the young hot hand. Fraxium's gonna take it. That's my guess.
Okay.
They're gonna do some Spanish fly off the ladder, Phoenix flash off the ladder. You know, they do that combo. It's gonna be something ridiculous like that. And then they get the titles. WWE, they got this NXT system. They are some of the best people to come out of it, in my opinion, in ring wise. So yeah, I'm picking them. They can go with the young people. My phone turned off, so I gotta see which match is next. It is a steel cage match for the US title. It is the Samoan Werewolf. All gas, no brakes. Yeah, what I mean? He's gonna say that 5 more times by the time we get to the show. Jacob Fatu versus the guy with the thumb, the tribal clown himself, Solo Sikoa, the US champion. This feud to me, it's annoyed me a little bit with the pacing, just because if you go to this time last year, people were clamoring for Jacob to turn on Solo. They're waiting, right? All the little intricacies, or like he'd boss him around and Solo would look at him a different way. They did the bloodline stuff. Not to like the peak level, but the subtle teases. People were clamoring for it. They did a really good turn at Money in the Bank with Jacob making Solo lose that match, putting him through the ladder, the turn. And then they kind of fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Night of Champions, I actually liked that match. I think they did the right thing. Just having all these people come down to cost Jacob. Sometimes the overbooking doesn't make sense, like Cena and Punk. But in that match, it made sense that you'd need an army to stop Jacob Fatu. But since that show, nothing's happened.
Yeah.
No advancement. You could watch Night of Champions, not watch anything they've done recently, watch SummerSlam, and you'll be completely fine. So
they've waited too long. The heat is gone. And now, like, yeah, it's a steel cage match, but Solo has all these people with him. Like, he has this giant group of people with him. And steel cage match means no DQ. So, like, it's not a cell. Like, you can still get in. People get in a steel cage all the time. So how is Jacob gonna win? Like, he's gonna have to fight all of them. So I think Solo's gonna win it. I'd love to see Jacob win, but I think Solo's just gonna win it because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, how do you book it so that no one interferes because it's a steel cage? Like, we have seen people interfere with the steel cage, and there's no DQ. So, like, there's no reason why giant 7-foot tall brand new person that they have isn't going to be able to interfere and do something that makes Jacob lose. So yeah, Solo wins, and I don't care.
I'm predicting Jacob Fatu to steamroll his way to his second US title. Like, I don't think it's a squash match, but I think this is just going to be a pure match of him getting revenge, and the finish will be something like he hits a move on Solo, goes to the top to climb out. Bloodline version, whatever they're on now, is standing on the outside, stopping him from climbing. And then he's just like, okay.
Do you really care that much? Like, you've talked about this match a lot. Are you excited about it?
No, I'm just saying how I see the finish going.
Yeah, but are you excited about it, though? I'm not excited about it.
I think the moment will be good. of him winning.
Moments.
Um,
I want good wrestling.
I mean, I enjoyed their Night Champions match somewhat. So
Okay, let's go on to the next one.
Wait, I didn't say. I didn't finish.
Oh, I thought you said that he was gonna steamroll him.
No. So they're waiting on the outside for him to escape. And then he looks down and he's about to climb and he's like, whatever. Goes to the top, does a freaking moonsault off the top of the cage, and wins the title. That's the way I see it going. And then he just thinks like a beast.
Do you think it's gonna be like the cage where there's room around the ring that they can use?
No.
Or the cage that's like right against the ropes? Because I don't see him jumping off the top if it's the one that's like outside of the ring.
Right against the ropes. We're gonna get a mighty moonsault off the top. It's gonna get 600.
He's gonna hurt himself. Think of all the last larger people who have jumped off the top. Like Edge broke his leg. Tsunami Boy broke his ankle. Right? Like people who are jumping off the top are hurting themselves. I don't want him to hurt himself.
These wrestlers don't care. If they cared after Edge did that, after 50 whatever year old Edge did that to himself, they would have stopped. They don't care. They're gonna keep doing this. Jacob's gonna hit a moonsault. It's gonna get 5 million views. And we're gonna have a new US champ. If Solo retains, I'm gonna question why is this match on the card.
Okay, I'm already questioning why it's on the card, so let's move on.
Next is, it says no DQ, no count out. No DQ automatically means no count out. No disqualification match for the Intercontinental title. We got Becky Lynch defending against Gaga.
That's not her sound.
Ladder of Valkyrie. Woo!
That's
Okay.
there you go. Gaga.
Yeah. I'm picking Lyra to win. I think from the get-go, this feud was created with the idea of putting Lyra over by the end. And if you don't look at the promos, some of these promos have been, I struggle to look at my TV levels of cringe. But if you look at the matches, I think they did everything they needed to do. Have Lyra win the first one in some shenanigan way. And then you have Becky get it at Money in the Bank. You interject Bayley as a little gap between their second and third one-on-one match. Now they're doing their third one. Lyra's gonna win. You end the trilogy nicely with a street fight or no DQ, same thing. And that's my prediction. I got Lyra. I don't think Bayley gets involved actually. I think it's straight up Lyra beats her definitively.
They're having their match, and someone has told Lyra what ended the candlestick to hold because she held it alongside. And Bayley shows up, and Lyra's like, "Oh, why are you here, Bayley? Oh, I don't need your help." But Bayley does something to help her and save her, and then Lyra's like, "Oh, I love you again." And then, right at the end of the match, Bayley turns on Lyra and joins Becky and helps Becky retain. That's what I think is going to happen. Bayley does show up. Bayley turns, and Bayley's with Becky. Double B, not triple B. That's the big beautiful belt. I'm talking double B. Bayley and Becky.
Okay. Personally, I don't want that. I'm pretty sick of these three fighting each other. If that happens, once again, I'm going to be like, why is this on the show? The purpose of this match, just like the purpose of the other one, this will probably be better than this cage match, don't get me wrong. But the two purposes should be, we gotta make the baby faces look like $1,000,000 to solidify themselves as someone people should take seriously.
Do we need to solidify this baby face? Like, do we need to?
Yes.
Is she ready? Like, I don't know. There's lots of time.
I think she's ready for a mid-card title.
If she wins, if Lyra gets the belt, I don't care. I don't care about any of her matches. I don't care to hear her promos. I don't care. If Bayley has the belt, or if Bayley is Becky's sidekick, I want to hear the stories. I want to hear the promos. I want to watch the matches, and I care. So for me, that's a win.
For me, on the other hand, it's like, I think this should be made to put over the newer talent.
Okay. All right, let's go on to the next match. Yeah.
Next
places to be.
Next match is Dominic Mysterio defending the Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles.
Yeah. Are the gloves here? There you go. I don't know how to do the gloves. However they go. They go something like this. Okay. Let's do a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
AJ Styles.
Mysterio.
Okay.
You can have those. Dominic retains. Dominic beats AJ. And AJ is like, what? You are a good wrestler. And shakes his hand at the end until he puts him over.
Finn Balor is going to turn heel on Dominic.
He's already a heel.
Even more heel. You remember what I said about the women's tag match?
Mm-hmm. So Finn's gonna screw everyone out of their titles?
Yes. But it's gonna be the mastermind Finn Balor, and then he's gonna leave Raquel pissed. Raquel's gonna be pissed. Dom's gonna be pissed. And then it's gonna be him and Roxanne running stuff. His plan works. Judgment Day crumbles. And you get AJ Styles one more, perhaps his last major title run in the company. Later down the line, this is me thinking way down. Finn could get the title from AJ Styles. San Diego is Dominic's hometown. Survivor Series there. Run Finn and Dom for the title.
I think if Dom wins and AJ shakes his hand at the end and he's like, you are a very good wrestler, blah, blah, says some nice things to him. And then some backstage segments over the next couple weeks where AJ keeps telling him, you know, you're really good. You let this Judgment Day group push you around, blah, 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 blah. Plant the seeds in his head about how they treat him like he's not good and he's like nothing. And then Dominic goes face. He does a face turn because of the win and because of the encouragement from AJ.
The first thing I thought of when I heard that, remember the Daniel Garcia, you're a wrestler thing?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like the thing you're going for.
Well,
so,
not quite, because it's like he's a heel, and every time he's like, should I go and help? Finn's like, no, like, I'll go help, or I'll go, you stay back here. Like, they keep, you know, treating him like a child, right? Mr. I don't know, what, tendies or whatever he does for this.
Yeah, chicken tendies.
Yeah, so, yeah, but that's my prediction. Okay, let's move on to the next match, though.
Yeah, I got the heel turn happening. The next one is for the Women's World Championship as Naomi defends... Oh, cash this in Evolution. Defends against Io Sky.
Favorite?
Yes. And Rhea Bloody Ripley.
We can 1, 2, 3 this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Naomi. Yeah. Now get attention.
I thought like they had a classic at Evolution, Rhea and Io. The Mania one, that's actually my match of the year. The triple threat so far. That's my favorite thing. So they've done hit after hit. I'm expecting this to be a hit. Very big expectations. Might be the best match on this show, looking at the card. So, yeah, I think Naomi should win, though, for, like, the end of it. She just got the title. That would be pretty awful of them to just give her that moment at Evolution and then take it away from her, give it to like Rhea. Even as an EO fan, I think it'd be wrong to take the title off Naomi this soon. Let her run with it. Let her fight Stephanie Vaquer in Paris at least. And then the soonest she should drop it is Crown Jewel in Perth. There shouldn't be any sooner than that to me.
Yes. Who do you think gets pinned out of EO and Rhea?
I hate to say it. I'm going to say EO.
I'm going to say that EO does some move that makes it so that Rhea is going to lose because Rhea's never been able to can't beat EO. And so she's about to beat Rhea as per usual, but then Naomi like takes her out, throws her over the ring, and steals the pin. So technically it was EO who was going to win and beat Rhea to keep that kind of going. How Rhea's very frustrated that she can never beat EO, and maybe they could have like a side kind of feud happening because she's just now her goal isn't the championship, her goal is just to beat EO because she never has. I think that would be good.
I'm hoping it's like the Rollins Roman situation where it's a story that runs for a long time. I forgot to mention this somehow. I talked about Bianca turning on night one. I said it'd bleed into this one. I gotta tell you how now. So she's gonna cost Jade that night. I think she is gonna help Naomi win this match, and they are gonna form some deadly alliance where Bianca turned because she realized Naomi had a point about Jade. She was right. And then there's going to be a cross-brand thing. Naomi is going to be the champion on Raw for a while. Bianca, later in the fall, defeats Tiffany Stratton. Both of them run both respective shows. And then maybe two people with a common idea come together to take them down, or more people by then. Maybe if Becky and Bayley, maybe if that happens, they form a modern day Four Horsewomen faction and they just run things. Yeah, I'm predicting. I know that's super bold. I don't think the winner's bold. I think Naomi's predictable. But Bianca and Naomi siding together, because she felt a little bad for Naomi at Evolution. You saw that in that match.
They haven't really done anything to make me think that's going to happen, though. Like, yeah, they've planted some seeds a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, but they haven't really been watering those seeds so that they would bloom into a flower or plant or something.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next match?
The next one is the main event. It is this guy, John Cena.
We don't have any stuff.
This is old haircut, you can see. Versus the American roller coaster, Cody Rhodes, in a street fight for the undisputed WWE Championship. Undisputed.
And we do not agree with this match result. So let me get 1, 2, 3 it, and you guys can see how we don't agree, shall we?
Oh, let's do the Rock thing.
3, 2, 1. John Cena wins.
Cody Rhodes.
See, we don't agree.
I'm picking Cody Rhodes to win. I think that this is the only reason why they're running the match back, because WrestleMania was one of the worst main events of the year, and so it's Mox and Edge at Revolution probably for me, but that was one of the worst matches I've seen in a while for WWE.
I think it's one of the worst matches that we know should have been good. I think there's been worse matches, but those, like, sometimes matches are bad and you don't expect them to be good, so it doesn't really register.
Yeah, that's true. I'm predicting Cody that's the whole reason they're running this back. Match at Mania sucked. They wouldn't do it otherwise.
But that just means the match has to be good. If they're running it back to have a good match, finally, right? Doesn't mean that he's gonna lose.
I think the ending thing is gonna be really basic. Cody's gonna win. He's gonna offer the handshake to Cena. He's gonna take it. They pose at the top of the rat. Cena raises his arm, points to Cody. Cody holds the title up. Thank you for watching SummerSlam. Pyro blasting off.
I don't know. Maybe The Rock shows up and helps Cena win.
Bloodline rules.
Cena wins. Cena's got limited dates. Cena's got the belt. Cena's doing this whole thing where he's going to be the champion till the end, and he's going to carry that belt until he's going to retire. If he loses, I think he's going to lose and turn face so that he can be cheered for his remaining dates. If he doesn't lose, I think it's because at the end it's going to look like he's going to take that belt hostage and retire with it, and then someone has to beat him for it. Some big baby face has to beat. Which is where I expected the Cody match, the second match, to be at the end. But it would be fitting if maybe Cody loses here, but then the last match that he has against Cena at the end, he finally beats him.
Yeah.
They like to do things in threes.
Yeah. They really like their shoulders.
Yeah. Now, it would be pretty cool if The Rock showed up.
I want The Rock to show up if he's actually willing to stick around and see the story through. If you do that, give me all The Rock you want. He's awesome. But if he's just going to come around once, set up an angle, then disappear, and then do something completely different, no thanks. But, yeah. Any other thoughts?
What night do you think will be better, 1 or 2?
For about in-ring standpoint?
Just, you're more willing to rewatch the show for night 1 or night 2?
Night 2.
I think night 1's going to be better.
I think night 1 is going to be the show of drama where all of these events occur, like Seth Rollins cashing in, and night 2 is going to be like in-ring. Pretty much every match is going to be good or better. That's the way I see it going.
So night 1 is spaghetti and night 2 is pizza. As in night 1, you can eat spaghetti and look at your food and not pay 100% attention and enjoy it. But night 2, you eat pizza, so you don't have to really look at your food that much and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think night 1 is gonna be. I think I'm gonna enjoy night 1 more, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's it. That's our predictions, which is good under an hour because we got somewhere to be in about 5 minutes.
Thank you so much for watching. If you're stuck around this long, by the way, leave a comment below. Let's do hashtag Y2J in the comments.
We're not on Twitter or whatever it is now, so I don't know what happened.
Type Y2J, hashtag Y2J.
Let us know if you agree or disagree with our predictions, and if you agree more with one of us than the other. Are you a suplexus or a pile driver?
And yeah, tell us which night's better. Tell us if Sami Zayn versus Roman is the greatest match of all time. This has been Suplexus and
Pile Driver.
And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.
And the hat signal, which I don't understand what it means.
With once.